Cheers. Good morning, afternoon, or evening to you for tuning in and creeping with. You're the best. That's right. We got Bart here on the surfboard. And speaking of surfboards and skateboards, Portland has rich history when it comes to both, including one of Portland's very first surf/skateboard shops was here in Portland. Mrs. A's. Do you guys remember Mrs. A's? Maybe, maybe not. Today, if you like skateboards, you like Portland, Oregon. Burnside Skate Park, rich history here in Portland, was on Tony Hawk Skate, Thrasher Magazine, just a ton of interesting tidbits throughout the years, the connections to Portland, Oregon, and all the skate parks. Got some new ones coming in too. Like I said, the iconic Burnside, but Portland's very first surf/skateboard shop was on Powell. We're heading there next, Southeast Portland. We're gonna do a little reminiscent of Mrs. A's surf and skate. It's gonna be a great day. Stay tuned. We're also gonna pepper in the rest of the day, but it's beautiful. It's early. The sun is beautiful. It's shining, and I'm up and early sipping on some coffee, and you guys are the best, like I said, for being here. So stay tuned. We got a ways to go. We got to go into Portland. It's going to be a great day. All about Mrs. A's skate surf shop. It's going to be a good one, especially if you like Portland and the history of surf, skate, that kind of stuff. Oh yeah. Love you guys. Yep, the sun is ablazing this morning, and the first cup of coffee's kicking in. We are heading in to Southeast via the old railroad line. Got the new tire put on the Kreeper Cruiser yesterday morning, and like I said, the caffeine's a-flowing. So we are gonna go bike into Southeast, do a little reminiscing. Mrs. A's. I found a little bit of info too. Like I said, ran from the late 70s till about, oh gosh, I'd say roughly 85 or 6, maybe a little longer. But we got to get to creeping because that sun is blazing. It's going to be hot today. But I'm excited for this one. A lot of good nostalgia when it comes to the old skateboard. Never was really good, but definitely utilized it as a tool to, you know, basically commute before the Kreeper Cruiser days. There was the Kreeper skate days, the old school skateboards too. We'll talk more about all that and do some reminiscing. All right, hopping back on the bike and we're creeping. This guy's cruising on his skateboard. Saw him the other day at Burger King, actually. Yeah, skateboards have come a long way. All right, you know it's gonna be hot when you can see your shadow. Hello. So we gotta creep before it gets too hot. Just getting here to Southeast Foster, a little ways up off the Springwater corridor. They've got all this art all the way through Southeast. But check this guy out. Speaking of skating, he's got his skateboard, his rocket pack. He's ready to rock. I wonder if he got that at Mrs. A's. But yeah, skate tricks. Down from $5 to $2. It looks like he's already done one. But yeah, I love this area. It's got a ton of art. And this guy's got his, is that a Nash skateboard? Possibly. Yeah, this area is rad, dude. All right, moving on. We got a ways to go yet. Not too far. Down on Powell now, and roughly about 30th. Got this big beer can here for Hopworks with the Skelly. So I gotta find 2840 is the old address, which I believe is just like a block down or two. So we're heading there next, but I wanted to see the Skelly. Yep, just a block down or two from the Hopworks Brewery on 2840 Southeast Powell. Sits the now vacant, was a locksmith just a few years ago. This is now the, well, was the home to Mrs. A's surf and skate shop. as stated, I believe one of the very first skateboard slash surf shops in Portland. And I know a lot of folks probably remember here coming to get surfboard stuff before any of the really businesses around town even thought about having any kind of surf and skate shop. You guys remember the sex wax? That's right, you would come here and get your wax for the surfboard and or later on skateboarding, where you would use it to wax the curb. I think it was called Dr. Sex, something like that, wax. But yeah, this was the home to the skateboard shop. As I said, Mrs. A's. I wasn't able to find too much information other than a few folks that worked for her or them back in the day went on to start their own surfboard company and shop in California. And they were like, man, we were having to come all the way up into Portland to get our wax and our boards and stuff to go surf, you know, the Oregon coast, mainly like I believe Manzanita. But this is it, the home to the old Mrs. A's. Yeah, the building has definitely seen better days, so I wanted to come down here, you know, and document this either way because it doesn't look like it's in very good shape. I'm also going to insert some comments and quotes of old school people, or old school news articles and things of people that worked here, and memories through, you know, Facebook pages and things like that. But yeah, Mrs. A's, flip this around, pretty much the only information that I could get was that it was Miss Abbott, and I guess she was actually a famous yodeler at one point in her life. But this place was open pretty much from like 78 till about 84 or 5 when they finally closed up shop, with the birth of, you know, Cal Skate Shop and a couple other local skateboard companies kind of coming in. And as you can see, it has seen better days. Kind of tilt the camera in. I remember there was a comment that somebody said they would come here and get their skateboards and stuff, and they were always intrigued by how much old school decks and knowledge that Mrs. A's herself had for, you know, the skateboard community and the products and everything. So she was pretty knowledgeable back when there pretty much wasn't any other, you know, places in Portland to get that kind of stuff. Yeah, with Cal's Pharmacy Skate Shop kind of moving into the Portland area, I think in like maybe the late 80s, early 90s was kind of the demise of this place, or maybe she just decided to close up shop, or maybe passed away, or however it was. But apparently the only information I could pull up, it was Mrs. A's, Miss Abbott. She was in her late 50s to 60s when she ran the place, and she hired a lot of local teenage kids and stuff to kind of come and work on all the skateboards and, you know, wax people's surfboards and things like that. So pretty neat to see the building still exists, and like I said, a lot of history here when it comes to, you know, skateboarding and surfing and things. And I really liked a lot of the articles that I found talking more about just how a lot of Portlanders remember coming here as basically the only places, you know, to go to get any kind of surfboards or skateboards. And some of the skateboards back in the day, look at this, it's even got some of these kind of like skate style stickers. But yeah, it was a locksmith for a few years, but I really enjoyed reading the comments that folks were writing, talking about how you know, how they missed this place and how it was like one of their very first experiences, you know, as a kid, as a teenager in the early 80s, coming to Portland to get their skateboarding stuff. So if you guys remember coming here, or you did actually work here, or have any more information as to who Mrs. A was, Miss Abbott, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Like I said, not much online. Even with the AI now, there wasn't much information, but it is neat to still see the building. I do remember coming here back with my friend Brian. He had to like do something with his skateboard. I think it was like a bad truck or something, and we came here and we ended up getting some stickers. And ironically enough, I didn't remember the stickers at all until I started going down the rabbit hole, and I thought, oh, that's right, I actually had that sticker. So I'll insert some of the stickers that they actually had as well for their company. And also They made Thrasher magazine, like I said in the opening, with the connections to the skateboard world and Burnside, and Portland really being like one of the first cities to kind of, I wouldn't say first cities, but a big city to kind of get on board with skateboarding and people building their own ramps and skate parks. These guys actually took ads in Thrasher magazine, and I found some. I went through some old Oregonian pages, was able to find some of the original Thrasher, or I'm sorry, yeah, from the original Thrasher magazine, with some of the original Mrs. A's surf and skate shop articles, and also some of the ads that they placed themselves in the classifieds, enticing folks to come down here, get your skateboards, get your bands, get your sex wax. You know, it was cool, man, ahead of its time. All right, I'm gonna get the thumbnail here in front of the building, because really, who knows how long the place will actually still be standing. I think at one point too, there was a big sign out front that did read Miss A's Surf Shop, but that's been erased from existence many years ago. So there you have it, Miss A's Surf and Skate. They had a pretty decent run, and like I said, with the skateboarding really coming in later on, it slowly, you know, turned into mostly just a skateboard shop. And it started out as just a surf shop and kind of slowly, you know, morphed into a surf and skate shop, and then towards the end it was basically just Miss A's Skate Shop. But like I said, if you guys have any information as to who Miss Abbott is or was, I would love to hear from you. So please do, you know, chime in, let me know. I don't really see any relics or stickers other than just those kind of like newer ones that were posted down there. But I'll peek the camera in on this side real quick just to kind of get a view. Somebody said that the main counter was like right when you first walked in, and they had all their skateboards and stuff hanging on the uppers, kind of like on display. So I will find some of those. Like I said, I'll insert some of those old clippings from the original Mrs. A's, and then also I'll put in some inserts of some of those original old school skateboards, because you guys can see the like progression of what the skateboard has changed completely since basically these guys were around with the old school, you know, Nash style skateboards with the big fenders and the rubber, you know, bumpers on each end and stuff. So pretty dang cool though. Mrs. A's. All right, moving on. Yep, a lot of Portlanders. I forgot about this place till I started going down the rabbit hole, so I'm hoping that by doing this video, it'll kind of, you know, get the wheel spinning, if you will, and see if people can, wow, that guy almost just got hit. See if people can remember coming here. So chime in if you did come here. Miss A's Skate and Surf Shop. All right, crept over to Division because I'm going to catch the bus. The bus has come a lot quicker on the Division route. But we are on 39th now, just waiting for the bus. Tom's Bar across the street, and also this vacant building, which is going to be developed, it looks like, into living. It's got the public notice right here on the sign. I don't think I can get in that close, but as you can see, it's all fenced in. We did a video here a few years back. The former Kino's, it was like a Rite Aid too, I believe, or Payless. It looks like it's going to be erased from existence soon. So a few minutes till the bus comes. But the Kreeper Cruiser is ready to rock, and the new tire is running good. So, and the sun isn't fully out yet. So we're good. We made some good timing. And the division bus comes every couple minutes, so heading back to the Gresh. Alright, just got on the bus, heading back to Gresham. Back of the bus. These are long ones too. It's like a freaking accordion on this thing. These new ones are kind of bumpy. But the Kreeper Cruiser is locked up, or you know, you just slide it in the little bike holder thing. We're heading back. There goes the bus. Dropped us off back in the Gresh. Oh, there's another one. See, that's what's nice about these ones. Are so fast. All right, I need another coffee. Starting to fade. Be a good day to skateboard, actually. Should be out on the old skate deck. I don't even know if I still have my skateboard. I think I loaned it to the neighbor and he never brought it back. Probably still has it in the garage or whatever, but we're back in the Gresh. Oh yeah. Second cup achieved. Man, I just heard some terrible news. I thought it was a hoax because of the internet. Can't really trust the internet. And I guess it does happen in threes. Ozzy Osbourne passed. Malcolm Jamal Warner from the Cosby Show. And now Hulk Hogan. I just read that he passed away at 71. Man, the Hulkster, brother. I was just about to rip my shirt off. That is terrible news. Man, that's so weird too. I was just looking up some old Portland wrestling stuff, and him and Billy Jack Haynes were friends, and he was actually at the opening of Billy Jack Haynes' gym out in Oregon City, and I was just about to do the vlog on that and saw the old Hulkster and some of the old pictures, so kind of a different subject matter than the skateboarding stuff, but I thought I'd address it. Pretty sad. Well, hello there, little lady. Back in the nice, cool Kreeper cave now. And that's going to do it for today. Like I said, kind of a somber ending with Hulk passing. But I do want to hear from you guys if you have any good memories about Mrs. A's skate and surf shop, or really any skateboarding memories. Not necessarily even in Portland, just did you guys ever skateboard? Do you remember the old Nash boards? Did you ever surf? Let me know. I love hearing from you guys. Make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up if you did like it. Yep, the old skateboards come a long way since the old Nash and Pal Peralta and old school skate shops. Do you guys have any skate shops in your area that you remember or miss or still go to? There's still a few kicking it around Portland too that are doing their thing. But that's going to do it. I love you guys. Like I said, make sure you give it a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Cue the outro music. Love you guys. From the nice, cool Kreeper cave. See you in the next video. Kreeper out for now. Peace!
Creeps, the rest of more.